with a slow motion crew, and we up in our growlings when people change, but not us. And we just chillin', kicking it, kissed by the sun. Could be soaked to the skin in the mall soon. I know she got the good vibes when seasons change, but we're the same. Even if I lost all my money, the zero runs deep, honey. And I don't need to speak a single word, 'cause you got me holding, holding. Even if my jokes aren't funny, my tongue tied up on it. And I don't need to speak a single word, 'cause you got me holding, holding.
was disgusting. Oh my God, June. Oh.
Absolutely devastating.
He's actually in a really good spot for his teammate to watch over him and give him assistance, but no one really watching the main run up. And oh, what a trophy system collateral kill!
Oh, they gotta get on the point. They gotta get on the point. They're gonna run out of time. Can they contest? They are with 1.4 seconds. And Phil is gonna go down. We are gonna be seeing him now. No, out of the point, and Wave Runners by the skin of their teeth are gonna be able to hold on.
Can he play from horse? Oh, holy! He's gonna get another one.
As Hoy will quick scope heavy.
But it's gonna not necessarily translate to control of the bottom lane, as Legacy just being an absolute nuisance here with his team just getting such a back control here.
Kill is gonna get hustled down to 2v2. They should have had the man up, and now Austin's gonna pretty good get one. He's gonna look for the double, can't quite get it. Zuxium, the last man alive, and now it's Zuxium trying to finish off the team. He's gonna stun him there, see one. One's gonna push out, it's gonna get taken out. Zuxium can finish it right here, 7 points left. Taking out another one more pushes out. He's gonna get taken out by a teammate, and that's gonna be Hype Esport taking map number 1.
I see it now, I see it now.
Hello and welcome, Call of Duty fans. We are here live with the K7 League. I'm FBI Tugboat. I'm here today with my man Brett FX. God, the man Hero down there producing away, making our jobs as casters just so much easier. Shout out to Sparky and to Hyper as well for helping us out here on this production. Brett, you with me?
Oh, absolutely. I am lock, cock, and ready to rock.
Yes, sir. That's what I love to hear. What are we looking at here tonight?
So tonight we're going to be having Natural Talent versus Indiana Syndicate. This is hopefully going to be a pretty good match. I have cast both of these teams. I'm very excited to look at what Natural Talent is going to do. I believe so far they are undefeated. They have been looking fantastic so far in this league. And Indiana Syndicate, they did have a little bit of a hiccup last week. I believe that was their first loss. It was pretty significant loss. I mean, it wasn't anything to scoff at, but I still think that tonight has some really good meat on it to just be fantastic plays. So definitely looking forward to that.
I am with it, yes, sir. So the Indiana Syndicate coming here 1-2, I believe, 3 map wins, 6 map losses, meaning they've took their map win there 3-0, their map losses 0-3, unfortunately. Other side, Natural Talent 3-0 up. They are coming in a map difference of 9-1. Now, we saw yesterday, I got the pleasure to cast, let me get this up. Yeah, I got the pleasure to cast not just Swear Society and Valkyrie going down to a game number 5, but a Hype Esports squad taking on Living Nightmare. Now, Living Nightmare is coming in 3-0 at a 9-2 scoreline map-wise, and they ended up losing that one, taking their first match loss and doubling up map losses on that. So, end of the day, this can still be anybody's game. We saw not 1 but 2 map 5 yesterday. One of them decided in a round 11 situation as well. So literally anything is on the docket tonight. Where will this be happening, young Brett?
Yeah, so taking a look at our maps here for this evening, we are going to be on Checkmate. For map number 1, that is going to be on Hardpoint. S&D is going to be back on Checkmate again. Control, Raid. So that is probably, in my opinion, one of the most exciting controls that we have coming up. Hopefully, we're going to be seeing some sparks flying on that map, and then we're going to be moving, if it does go to a map number 4, Crossroads Hardpoint, which with the recent change that it has had, that is probably one of my favorite, if not my favorite hardpoint to cast. Maybe not to play, but definitely to cast, because that P4 just gets spicy. And then hopefully a map number 5 will be on Miami S&D, and that should also be a really good map if we do end up getting to that distance.
Yes, sir. There have been multiple map changes to our popular in-pool CDL maps. Modes have not really changed too much. There's been some talk about control action, kind of editing a couple facets on in there, but we'll talk about that when it actually matters. There's been so many changes, we can't even talk about the theoretical ones here, Brett. Control, like you said, Raid, love to see it. Hardpoint 4 for the hardpoint on our Crossroads map has changed as well, so fantastic stuff. I really do hope we get to a map 4 and a map 5. Just in case you are not really familiar with the North American Call of Duty amateur scene, so I had a couple updates to our GAs as well. We're not going to see any XM4s, although there's been talk about them already reversing that. Again, we're not going to get into theoreticals at this point. And muzzle attachments for the AK-74U will not be present. All things beforehand, you will see. We saw some players rocking with the Craig last night. You even saw a little QBZ action, I believe. The Europeans, the fellows across the pond, have their own ideas about that one. Again, nothing's like super, set in stone, and given that there's still some more time, obviously, for the next CDL set to start up, so still have some time to kind of figure things out, Brett.
Yeah, it's I saw a meme on there the other day, and it was the meme of the guy, which button to push, right? And the title of it said, it said new gun comes out, and it just has a big GA button, guy automatically pressing it. No, I mean there's some reasons.
Like no
for
question,
it.
yeah, right. Like just
I mean
bam.
we were seeing upwards of 5 and 6 XM4, sometimes 7 XM4s on the map at one time, and yeah, that's a little bit much. But it'll be interesting to see how this change on the AK-74 works, because instead of banning out the whole gun, obviously they're just banning an attachment. Kind of makes you wonder, okay, well, why didn't we look at that for the XM4s and the AKs? Maybe banning some of the attachments on them. But no, instead we're banning out the gun outright. The QBZ, as you said before, has come into popularity. We've seen some scrims going down with it from teams. You've seen some matches with it. I know that the EU side of things has already GA'd that as of today, so they already have a week, I believe, with the QBZ and had some experience. So looks like that may be a shift into the meta, unless it does change fairly quickly. So yeah, pretty interesting stuff. But let's go ahead and take a look at our roster here for Indiana Syndicate, as they are going to be our team coming in here probably at a deficit, or not a deficit, but they are going to be the underdogs, I think. So Truocity, Hades, Meta, and BWD. So that is going to be our Indiana Syndicate roster, and hopefully they're going to be showing us some fireworks. No 3-0s, no 0-3s. Let's get some back and forths here. But who's our next team?
Yes, sir. That was me, your natural talent squad. Again, coming in 3-0, have only dropped one map, 9-1 there. If math's hard, it is for me. Crix is the captain up here on the left. Catzy as well. Kip and Asporto. Asporto kind of abandoning that theme with the kind of hard C, kind of pronunciation at the beginning between Crixus, Catzy, and Kip. Maybe we'll call him Casporto. I don't know. Asporto, he's earned his name. I don't know. I have a thing for alliteration. What can I say?
We're gonna be seeing some poetry and rhyming up in here. But yeah, so we are definitely looking forward to what these two teams are going to be doing. Going into Hardpoint on our very first map on Checkmate, I did want to go ahead and pull up some stats here. So our K7 Division B stats right now for Hardpoint, natural talent at a 1.29 KD overall. So they are rocking it at the moment. Whereas what we're seeing from Indiana Syndicate down to 0.88. They're all the way number 6 out of 8 teams. So that is that's rough. We'll see if that's going to be coming into play. Obviously, in a respawn mode like Hardpoint, if you're not able to frag out, it's going to be a difficult game for you. And Natural Talent is one of those teams that absolutely can do that. So definitely, looking forward to that. And I do think that, the two players on Natural Talent that we really need to be looking at to just making waves is going to be Cats and Asporto. Both of them 1.35 and a 1.32 in their last match. And that was versus Valkyrie, considered to be one of the higher up teams, I would say, at least from what I've seen so far.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
The, top 4 teams in this league. So that is pretty impressive numbers to be able to put that up against them. Players like Prodigy, which we've seen him just popping off and doing some amazing things. So yeah, this is going to be a tough road, I think, for Indiana Syndicate, but I believe in them. That's
fair. And we're predicting, of course, at least map 4s or 5s. Before we get this action started, we've talked about the who, the where, the when, and the why. We have to talk now about the how. Shout out to the following organizations, our partners that do make this possible: Innovated Gear, as well as Rogue Energy, DropShotStats, providing us with that crucial data, GitGudHosts, and of course, Gamers Resort. Let's get it started though, Brett. 5 seconds in this one, no one following quite yet, but this is Hardpoint. It's not going to be long.
Absolutely, and the first one is actually a team kill, so Natural Talent trying to give up a little bit of map control there to Indiana Syndicate, but it is quickly reversed. Look at that 3 right away go down for Indiana Syndicate, and we are just looking at complete domination in the plane so far as Natural Talent is just mopping it up. You see Cats there trying to do it all, not going to be able to get those kills coming up onto plane, and they have been pushed out, but again, you know, on this first hard point, like on many of the hard points in these maps, you're not really expected to get a whole lot of time on the board, especially here in plane. It is a very contest heavy site. I mean, there's a lot of little nooks and crannies that you can kind of get into, a lot of stalemates that end up happening, and it really comes down to if you can get some of those outside shots coming inside the plane to open it up. And yeah, as you can see right now, very even back and forth as we go over to P2.
Yeah, the positioning along these windows outside and the ability to get those shots in thereby. We saw that really sing true to the victors multiple times yesterday. Again, round 11 going down, and that was on the checkmate for, no, excuse me. That was the round 11 did happen in game number 2 yesterday between Swearsight and Valkyrie. But hey, that's the past. Let's talk about the present. Is that 7-0? Do my eyes deceive me, Brett?
Yes, that is. That's 7-0 in an artillery with just a minute or 2 into the game.
Fantastic stuff. Be looking at not 1 but 2 streaks here soon. Sitting up top, Natural Talent has been slaying out entirely as Sporto falls for the first time. 3 kills, what? 1, 2, 3, 8 kills or so for the side of the Syndicate so far. Mostly been blue in this left side, but this score at least has not run away in crazy fashion yet. 28-30 now for Indiana Syndicate, looking at 47 for Natural Talent.
Yeah, and you know, streaks on this particular map I don't think are as impactful as they can be on some other ones. They can definitely make a difference on just trying to clear certain points out, but I don't think it's going to be the end of the world. You know, it's not going to guarantee them, you know, a 30-second hold potentially, but it doesn't really look like that's going to be
map
necessary.
and mode, right?
mean,
I think that might be the way to say it. Map and mode. This map in specifically, like geographically, ring on the rosy here. There you go, Cats loses. But yeah, so geographically, you're just going to be hard to get those points, but also it's unlimited respawn. Like, how much does it really matter, you know?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So,
I hear what you're saying.
You know, at the moment, it's not getting too crazy, although it's starting to get into that kind of really, really bad positioning here. They're kind of spawn locking them at the moment. As you do see a Sporto just locking it down here, down below, and that's going to be a 4 streak for him once again. So I don't think he got the cruise missile, but he did get that artillery, and just locking it down once more. 12-2, 11-4s going down. So the lowest scoring player is going to be Crixus at 9-5. So definitely not looking bad for Natural Talent as they are stretching their legs. So Indiana Syndicate, they need to start waking up. We do see a flank going to be coming around for this next hard point, and they are going to be vying for control coming up. But look at that, number 5 spawns all the way back behind, and they're going to have to get this crazy turnaround. Cats almost gets 2 there, but will get taken down. And like that, they have completely dominated, controlled that next hard point.
Yeah, this has been Natural Talent mostly in the driver's seat here, taking massive chunks at the absolute least of these. Really kind of coming down to individual gunfights, I feel like, Brett. A lot of these are just decided 1 through 1. You know, at this point, it's almost like if you're losing out on these level of engagements as Indiana Syndicate members, just literally squad up as forward, push in, don't run near each other so you can't get taken out easily, but really just pushing those engagements with a numbers advantage will be the name of the game. As it is, Indiana Syndicate unfortunately have not taken a point in a hard point and a half.
Yeah, it does not look good for the last 2 hard points or so. They are going to be trying to set up here for some control, but they are just constantly wiped out. I mean, it's really coming down to the fact that they're just not able to get any kills. It's not even about trading efficiently. They're just plain not getting kills. And you just can't have that happen. So
that's fair.
Right now, Crixus is going to be setting up in the hill, just getting that initial time in. Yeah, they've been able to win every single rotation. They've been able to break every single time when it looked like a rotation was getting set up for Indiana Syndicate, and it's just bullying around the map at this moment.
No, that's fair. That's fair. Natural Talent, I mean, this is the point where I always point out that it's not a kill-based game, but when you have this level, 21-3, 7 times up for a Sporto, 22-3, excuse me, I think that says 20-6, yeah, 20-6, 19-6, 11-7, 11-7 again being the worst on this squad, you're going to have results like this, 185 points now and a 150-point lead for your Natural Talent squad. Indiana Syndicate have unfortunately not even put a toe in here quite so far. Yes, it's a objective-based game, but this will go down to kills at the end. Will go down to kills at that level in the end. Another winning up top. That's Cats holding on for the time being. Couple points now as Cats tries to turn around, does not get that done. So now for Indiana Syndicate, it's not completely out of the realm of possibility. They're just going to take a Herculean effort, Brett.
You know, at this point in time, though, if I was Indiana Syndicate, I wouldn't be too worried about actually winning the map. I mean, you're pretty much not going to have that happen. Sporto's throwing up 23 and 5, 25 and 8 there for Kip.
Yeah.
21 and 7. I mean, they're just throwing up these ridiculous
Herculean
numbers.
efforts.
Yeah, right now, you know, if I'm Indiana Syndicate, yes, I'm still going to be playing,
Ooh,
obviously, for the
MP5?
points and everything, but I'm sitting there, you know, I'm making sure that our team is calm. Okay, guys, yeah, we let this one slip, but let's not, you know, let's get our heads on straight. We got an S&D coming up here next, you know, just try and just get warmed up as much as possible through this map, kind of get used to this team. Don't worry so much about getting that win. Yes, get some points on the board, like I said, but you're not going to be worried too much when this map is lost. And I do think it is going to be lost here pretty soon as we crack that 200 mark for natural talent.
That is entirely fair. I am not one to call a game before it's over, but this is I'm going to say an insurmountable amount. You would have to take wholesale changes in every way, shape, and form for every member of the Syndicate, and for natural talent to stop what they're doing in similar form, which is every way. We have seen a little bit of MP5 play, so that is new. That is something to be talked about. I'm interested to see where that goes, given the AK-74 without the barrel, as we saw last night, really does affect the distance at which it can get kills. Something like the MP5 up close. Not saying I'd be super surprised if we saw it.
Yeah, you know, you kind of use that AK-74U because it was the catch-all weapon really for your subs.
Exactly.
It could compete at distance with those ARs, and now that you have kind of made it, you know, a little bit weaker in those long distance engagements, well, okay, is there really a reason that I need to carry this around? You know, because like you said, that MP5 may have that advantage up close. The higher rate of fire just is able to just chew through players. So yeah, you could be seeing a switch. Maybe one sub ends up changing over to an MP5. Just that's going to be that really, really aggressive, just hardcore sub that just push. Makes that
fragger, yeah. Yep, I'm with it. I mean, the only reason I'd say no, I'd be against it really, is just because we spent so much time with the MP5 play, relevant on every level of CDL play for a while. But that's really, I mean, that's not the MP5's fault, I suppose. 230, looking for natural talent. Decent little run from Indiana Syndicate, so they're not going to get a 100-point club necessarily. Still breaking that, you know, not going to get completely shut out.
Yeah, we're almost seeing that 40 kill mark being broken for his Sporto here, and he absolutely can't do it with enough time here. 36 and 6, I believe he is right now. But on the other side, I do want to point out, you know, you got Trulocity right now at 21 and 25. So he has been relatively even, and he's got a decent chunk of time on the clock as well, 44 seconds. So he's been really, really muscling in there and doing well. The rest of his team has really been struggling, though, overall. But he's definitely looking really good against this team. So, you know, if the rest of his team can kind of wake up by the end of this map, go into S&D looking pretty hot, then they may have a chance to be able to turn it down, you know, go to a 1-1. And that's something that you really, you know, you got to look forward to. So at least they have one player that is hanging, right? Is hanging with natural talent. So it's not a complete wash. It's not like you don't have any chances at all. And we have seen, especially in S&D, it is very, very easy for 1v4s, 1v3s, you know, those clutches to come in. So if you have a player that's hot, that's a good thing. So, you know, definitely not out of it. Obviously, this is a Call of Duty. We have seen crazier things happen before. And yeah, I think, you know, that's just one of those maps that, yeah, it sucks. But in the Indiana Syndicate, they came back. They were able to get, you know, over 100 points on the board, and that, you know, that allows them to have that little buffer. Okay, at least we didn't get clobbered too bad, and kind of go into the next map a little bit more with a positive attitude.
A different map, or excuse me, different mode, not a different map. Still going to be on the checkmate, but definitely going to be a lot slower. Something that you can't hardly start up a search and destroy on the checkmate map. I feel like these days, without expecting at least a couple of these earlier rounds to just be much more methodical. Now, natural talent obviously kind of has that hand on the throttle. They have the momentum coming off of a 128 to 250 hardpoint win, but don't play the advantage like it's just something easy that you're gonna find, right? That is how teams drop maps, and given there's a squad coming in at 9-1, match wins to map losses, or map wins to map losses, excuse me. You just don't want to have that happen here again. No, this is not crucial crunch time right now. No, the playoffs aren't tomorrow, but still, right? Don't let confidence turn to arrogance. I guess that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Although they have every reason to be confident. Taking a look right now at just some stats for Search and Destroy. Sporter was a player that just was, lights out in that last map. We mentioned him earlier with, his hardpoint stats looking fantastic overall. Mm-hmm. Taking a look at his S&D stats. He is 3.38 KD overall for over the 3 weeks, 27-8. That is insanely good. I had talked about how one guy can sometimes make a complete, turnaround in a map. Well, that could be the utter dominance that we were talking about. Somebody who's able to come in and control the map and put up numbers like that over just 3 weeks. That's pretty insane, pretty impressive. And just to top it off there as well, Natural Talent, they're top in their division right now, 1.5 KD overall in Search and Destroy. Wow. They are number 1 so far in their division, and Indiana Syndicate at a 0.92. So they're number 5 so far. They haven't had the best luck, but they haven't had the worst luck. They've kind of stayed around that average kind of line. But that's not something that you want to see going into this next round, especially with how snowball this can get going into control.
No, I hear you.
At the very least, you do have array control. So yeah, this next map I think is crucial for Syndicate.
100%. 100%. Checkmate coming through here again, same map, different mode. Gonna be seeing a difference in kind of like the speed at which this is approached, but again, just as Brett said, app analysis here, you have a more middle of the road team coming in from your Indiana Syndicate squad that again coming into this 1 and 2, going up against the best Division B team in Search and Destroy with a 1.5 kill death ratio across 3 not 3 zeros. One of them was a 3-1, so they have gotten a map taken off of them. But regardless, let's get it started.
Absolutely. So we are going to be kicking it off with a very heavy B defense going down. This is pretty typical, as honestly, this plane fight is just absolutely bonkers. We have seen some just nut plays coming in here, and it does look like Cats is just trying to play around a little bit, see where exactly they're at. He does get some nice little information there with that utility going down. So just kind of feeling out the other team, where they're going to be at. And you do see the same slow play coming out from the other side from Indiana Syndicate. They do not want to make this too easy. They know that the guns are good, and you can see First Blood now going down. That was a Sporto, I believe, with that Krig. And this is one of those things that you have to be careful of. It's going to open up that potential push. There's number 2 coming in, number 3, and just like that, all 4 down. I believe that was a perfect round going in there for Natural Talent as they go up 1-0 here in this map.
I believe so as well. So a nice little flank. We're on board with Kip there as he takes both members of top plane out. It just kind of seemed like the Syndicate decided to kind of spend a little bit too much time there, maybe. Not 100% sure. Kip with 2-0, Esporto 2-0. No one on the Natural Talent squad falling in round number 1. Round number 2 starting now, though. Different story. Natural Talent now on offense.
Absolutely. And yeah, this is they got to come out. Indiana Syndicate, come on, let's see what you got here, guys. Got to make it happen. Kip, though, going to get some long-range shots with that AK-74U. Not going to be able to get any kills, but we'll see if they're going to be getting aggressive here inside. Nice first pickup. That's going to be Meta getting the first blood. So Cats is down, and we'll see if that allows them to actually get a push. We do see a possible flank here. Oh, look at that, though. That's going to be Trulosity. He hasn't been spotted yet. Esporto gets around. That could be huge here.
Oh, wow.
And oh, no, it does look like we have a little bit of a lag issue going in. So, yeah, not ideal. We'll see if we can get this fixed as soon as possible. Are we going to be back at it? Looks like...
I think that Trulosity and number 4 Meta might be, or number 2 Hades might be not in this as of right now. Like, yes, they haven't moved, but also that's kind of Search and Destroy for Checkmate.
Well, we have had a drop there for natural talent, but we're going to continue playing it out for now. As Sporto does end up going down, we are going to be seeing just a few seconds here left. Yeah, you're right. You know, S&D, you do see a lot of players just kind of sitting out, but it is going to come down to a 1v3 as Crixus comes on in, picks up one, picks up almost two, not quite going to make it. Indiana Syndicate will be able to even it up 1-1. And we'll see if we're going to be able to get that fourth in here.
Yeah, so at this point, I think we're going to go to a very brief break, and once we have an answer about this fourth player and being able to get back in, we'll be getting with you. I guarantee it won't take more than a single... Never mind, excuse me. Kip is back. We are at a full 4 here for natural talent. That's called vamping in the business, just kind of elongating your statements, trying to buy a little bit of time there, Brett. I know you know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Kip actually going to get in this one as well, too, so that's what's up.
Yeah, so you know, not too bad. You know, it was early on in. If it had to happen, at least it happened early on. So we'll see.
Exactly.
That does kind of tilt these players out, but yeah, it is going to be 1-1 right now. So Indiana Syndicate may be gifted an opportunity into this map, because look at that. That's going to be 3 down automatically as Meta is the last one alive. He does able to get 1 kill, but that's going to be it as he's ripped off that head glitch, and that, my friends, is so fast for natural talent to get back into it.
Here I was predicting these slower rounds. I might be right for the first 15 seconds of this or so. That is not the case towards the end. And again, Cat's here seeming like he's having absolutely zero problem with this vertical recoil. Obviously, without that front attachment, the vertical recoil more so going to be affected than the horizontal. Other attachments affecting the horizontal positively, but vertical more so, again, with the intended effect being that the AK-74 has way too much effective range. They want to make it shorter, they make it more SMG-like. It makes a lot of sense. But again, Cass doesn't seem like he's having a single problem with it.
You know, some players don't. It is amazing to watch some of these players deal with the recoil. They just have that special touch. It really is amazing. Me personally,
magic
can't
touch.
do it. You know, I gotta have laser beams coming on in. You know, I use the ARs most of the time. But yeah, we do see Hades now up inside the plane. A lot of action going to be happening down below, just jockeying for position, trying to find where they're going to be pushing in. Hades does jump on down to get into the mix there. We do see a little bit of flank coming in from Cats, and it looks like his teammates have been able to clear out the inside, and that is going to be only 1 player left up and alive. That will be Hades here. What is he going to be able to do? Bomb will go down. So he's got about 40 seconds to make this 1v3 clutch. And in this, 4v4 scenario, it is definitely possible. As Hades spots out one, he will be able to get the kill. But traded out instantly. That's just really good coverage there from natural talent.
Yeah, exactly. I loved this. I loved how this play was kind of unfolding, and it looked like he did actually win the first. But monumental efforts to try and keep this one up. That's again, Cats right there, KATZE, kind of mailing shots towards the end, easy peasy, kind of putting a bow on top of that one. 4-Tim for him, Crixus 3-1, Kip 3-1, Esporto 3-2, Kip actually coming in at 2-1 from the disconnect, so no stats from those first 2 rounds. 4 and, is that 5? No, 4 and 4, 4 and 3, excuse me, for the meta player though, so big stuff for him.
Yep. And in true Catcher's first fashion, he immediately gets ripped off and dies. 2
Ripped
down
off the headache.
right away.
Yeah. Yep.
BWD yet to get on the board, as well as Trulocity. We do see Esporto able to get that 3rd kill. So Hades once again is left up and alive. He is the last one to make it happen. And we'll see if that's going to be the case. He's inside the plane right now. Bomb is down. So he's going to have to go out, either retrieve this bomb, but it's a 1v2 scenario. So this is definitely doable here in this situation. If you can get these players separated and make sure that you can take on these one-on-one gunfights, is definitely can happen. And they are fairly spread apart here. So if you can catch a good timing, this would definitely be possible. 30 seconds now on the clock in order to make this bomb plant going down. And I think maybe natural talent will allow them to go ahead and get it down, just to figure out where he's going to be at, and then we'll see them start to slowly collapse on him once it is. Yep,
Chrisix knows exactly. Nice, a smart job from Hades to kind of fall back. The idea right now is that Crixus and Esporto are coming at this at 2 different areas, so this might actually force out 2 1v1s. Not going to happen. Crixus getting that done up close and personal with the AR. That was one of the best opportunities the Indiana Syndicate. Oh no! He needed a couple of holes extra to breathe out of right there in his neck. That's what he's doing for him. What a nice guy Crixus is.
He just had to empty the mag out. It was stuck in the gun.
There you go. There you go. Gotta unjam before you come into the next round. That makes sense.
That's right.
You gotta treat
that's
your
right.
hardware. If you treat your hardware well, your hardware will treat you well.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, in that situation right there, had he won that 1v1 initially on the bomb site, then yes, I think you would have had a really decent chance there to pick up the clutch 1v2. Just basically running around the site, just kind of depending on how tagged up he was, obviously, get that health back real quick, and then he was going to be able to challenge pretty quickly out on that last person. But not going to be the case, as we are 1-4 Natural Talent in the lead. And they're not really slowing down at all. After that hardpoint win, we thought maybe Indiana Syndicate could kind of slow them down just a bit, but that hasn't been the case whatsoever. Cats is going to try and get some initial shots going in, but that's going to be first blood going to Kip.
Kip finding another one. Kip finding a third. Kip on his way to an ace right now? Nah, Natural Talent. Smart move. Also kind of want to, we don't want to be too harsh on one single team here, but this is decently one-sided, and score is representative of that. And we like to see aces. We like to see other kind of storylines emerge that you can take advantage of. But nothing wrong with playing this more clinically.
Yeah. Also, you don't want to point it out, but you kind of have to point it out. Trulosity and BWD have not gotten a kill yet. You've seen, the other two members being able to put up fairly even score lines across the board, but nothing from those guys. So, they need to start stepping it up, and this would be the moment to do it, as we are on map point 1-5 Natural Talent. They're looking like they're going to be able to take this one.
That is a likely prediction. Big brain analysis coming in from Brett. I'm just messing with you. 5-1 would be, again, a Herculean effort. We were kind of looking at similar score lines with Natural Talent up about 200-5, I believe, when Indiana Syndicate, before they went on their last little run in hardpoint, and that was up from, I think, 70 or so to 128. So a solid little one on that. But around here, similar score, 6-1 for Natural Talent as they take their second round here in this best of 5. We'll be looking at the control on raid next. I'll be starting here shortly. Anything else we kind of want to add here?
At this point in time, going into control, it's kind of the same fashion over there with that hard point. Wipe this from your memory. Raid is a really good control in order to pivot on. We have seen teams being able to make that 3-0 comeback. Or 0-2 down, and then come back with a 3-map win in a row. So, this is their moment to kind of get back into that game. It is going to be a fairly even, but you do have to kind of look out and go, all right, we really need to start knuckling down on making sure we're getting those kills, making sure we're getting rotations going in, because this is going to be a very, very team and timing push kind of oriented game mode.
Yep.
As control is yes, it is a respawn mode, but there are other factors that you have to consider with your life advantage, especially going into a round number 5, and also that timer that's constantly going to be in your way. So yeah, this is going to be do or die time, but if you're going to do it, raid is a good map to do it on.
Exactly. When they do it on raid, they have to do it again on Crossroads in Miami. Not out of the realm of possibility whatsoever as of right now. This is a best of 5, and they're going into their third game. But it is control, which is kind of our median mode between our mode that is in the middle. That would be very, very confusing. I know all those are like different, mean, mode, average, all those things. That's what I'm saying. Anyway, my point is that control is kind of that in between the non-respawn search and destroy and the unlimited respawn hard point. Given the numbers on those so far, Natural Talent on paper should have a solid look coming in through to this. As it is, looking at head-to-heads here, control is actually the map that Natural Talent lost, though. So if there's an Indiana Syndicate squad that's going to have an opportunity, it's going to be really popping up on control. I think that's their best real opportunity to at least take a map off, if not start the full reverse sweep now. Yeah,
absolutely. Taking a look right now, after week number 3, you do have, they're not topping the charts at the very least. So, single-handedly. So Esporto and Cats, they are on your top 10 list here, but they're down in that 6th and 7th position, still at a 1.3, 1.2, but they're not completely dominating everything. So we'll see if they're going to be able to hold the tide back here for Indiana Syndicate and able to get at least some kind of foothold back into this match. But right now, if back when I was playing competitively, this is one of those moments to where you just have to kind of like, all right, guys, focus up. Like this is, yeah, it sucks. We're losing right now, but you got to just kind of throw that out of your head. This is still seasonal play. It's not like you're in a single bracket or a double elimination tournament. So you do have, you have other aspects of this match that is definitely going to be good to go back and learn and look at. So yeah, I think they just need to have the right head going on into this next map. As I said before, Raid is going to be one of those maps to where it is definitely a good back and forth. It's not too dependent on either side. The one thing that you have to watch out on Raid is the flanking potential that's going to be there. So, if you have a very aggressive individual who is going to be pushing out on those flanks and looking for those timings, that can be just devastating to any team. It doesn't necessarily know which team it is, but any team.
Yep.
You can hit those timing tacks and just completely catch a team off guard. And even if you're not getting those kills, just being able to take their attention away from maybe a frontal assault or something, that's going to be enough there to break a hill and get a tick, maybe even 2 ticks onto a point. So that is going to be critical, I think, here for Indiana Syndicate. They need to make sure that, one, they're trading efficiently, and two, I think that they need to be controlling the flow of the map. They need to make sure that they are having those flanks, those timing attacks. They're going to be able to catch Natural Talent kind of off guard in those positions.
Yeah, they come out hot, heavy, and hard, and that'll really be, at the end of the day, an Indiana Syndicate squad that's going to have their best opportunity here on the control. That will definitely, I would be massively surprised if I was a betting man and put money on it. That would come off the back of multiple flanks. As it is, Hades and the rest of Indiana Syndicate taking first blood on this, a situation they have not enjoyed quite so far. So, ever so slight life advantage, but it's still going to be something. It's still going to be that first kill, first blood there. B side, where these players are at, that's going to be BWD that's taking a solid 2 so far. Showing up right here, Hades and the rest of Indiana Syndicate. Everybody's on A or B right now, Brett.
Yeah, this is fantastic. I love the fact that they were able to hit B really hard and off the break. I don't know if they got that second tick in. I think they did. If they did, that is huge. So that's going to allow them to be able to pivot from A onto B very, very quickly. And you do see them starting to kind of hold off this push. A lot of map control being taken here from Natural Talent. So they were able to get the clear on B and A, and immediately they push on up to try and get them off of spawn. But look at that. Yeah, the trades come in. You're going to be seeing Indiana Syndicate coming out with the advantage. And I love this, hitting both points at the same time. B is obviously going to be the most important. Yeah, they do lose that, or I'm sorry, they do gain that. So now they can focus everything over onto A. That is typically your easier point, and they get that nice, extra minute on the clock in order to make that happen.
Exactly. Natural Talent might have thought this one been easy peasy, but that is not happening here for the Indiana Syndicate. A search and destroy was a little bit tougher on a couple players from them, but everybody finding a kill in this one and more than doubling up, excuse me, is Hades right now. Not too far behind BWD and more. Kills towards the middle. Everybody's attention onto A is a couple more ring out here. So, man, after a triple kill right here, now we have the first real life pool differential that we've seen in this matchup so far. 13 for Indiana, 17 for Natural Talent.
Yeah, this is they're starting to really tighten the grip here on these spawn kills, as you see Cats being able to jump up there and get that last one in. Now there's possibly going to be an opening coming up here to the north side of the map, but Kit comes in just at the right time, and he's going to be able to pick up 2.
Laser.
That is huge. Looking at the life count right now, it is definitely favoring Natural Talent, 13-6. 47 seconds still on the board. They have managed to leak out over there towards that A point. So these next wave of kills are going to be very crucial for Indiana.
Yeah, so Natural Talent having a little more confidence in their spawn break here, and then a more unpredictable one from Indiana Syndicate. At least purchased them a little bit at a time there. Now no more lives left, only 3 players up, last one down. Natural Talent putting a bow on round number 1, but that was nowhere near as handed as our first 2 maps have been. Nowhere near.
Yeah, that was definitely a lot better, I think, than what we've seen in the last 2. Just like you said, it looked like we actually had some life coming out of Indiana Syndicate. I'm really, really loving the fact that they made that call going out for A. But in this next round right here, let's go ahead and check out a listen in right now with Natural Talent.
I have streaks as well.
All right, let's go.
All right, I'll let you know. 3.
I'm needing cross
2,
tricks.
Go.
Nothing.
Nothing? I'm pushing out the kitchen.
Blue van, push up.
I'm flashing first. They have a trophy.
Dead. Alright,
Nice.
One of you guys can come stack.
hide yourself. Yo, one's open, one's
Open
open
steps, open steps.
They're gonna spawn back laundry. They're gonna spawn back
Mid,
laundry.
mid. Our Zig, no.
Our Zig? Alright.
Yeah, he's going like driveway. He's going driveway.
Basketball.
Oh, there's one shot, Cricks. Get him once.
I can't kill myself.
We're good. You're good. You got 2 ticks. We got 2.
I got him.
Good stuff, Cricks. Stay up for me. Yo, come our side. Come our side ring. Come our side ring.
Shit on.
Alright, beautiful.
Good job.
Coming in. I heard one slide.
Yeah, so some kind of cool, calm, and collected comms right there, if I do say so myself, Brett.
Yeah, I mean, they're completely confident with it, and that was pretty, textbook on that map. They were able to get over there onto that A point fairly quickly, locked it down, and made it look kind of easy. Got those first quick wave of kills going on in, and they are up in bodies right now. So, yeah, the confidence is oozing out of them. I think that they are very comfortable. Yeah, it looked a little bit, crazy there for round number 1, but they're feeling it.
Okay, so little trades back and forth. The Indiana Syndicate a little bit far behind in the lives right now, but if they can push it to that, I think that ultimately will go their way. They've been playing a very well defensively. Oh man, until the Hades anchor position is given up. Now players on to B, filling in very quickly from kitchen, basketball courts, poolside, and more from statue. Hades looking out, and then team members realizing they just need to come back, play their lives, play their position. Looking at second tick now. That second tick, one member of Indiana Syndicate have got themselves a kill in edgewise. One last from money. That's going to be it for round number 2 for Natural Talent.
Yeah, that was clinical. Very well done. They were able to keep the pressure onto them, and there was really no opportunity for them to be able to come back into it. They were getting the kills off of spawn. So yeah, props there to Natural Talent. They played that out fantastic. Indiana Syndicate now back on the attacking side. And yeah, we need to be seeing something for him, because this is going to be map and match point here potentially for Natural Talent in order to take this one away.
Yep. We said it coming into this, and Indiana Syndicate, best opportunity is on control. They've had a couple good rounds now, but if the reverse sweep is going to happen, it's going to have to happen as of right now. There's no more wiggle room, no more breathing room here whatsoever. It's stifling.
Yeah,
BWD with the first kill on this. Another first blood, so whenever Indiana Syndicate takes first blood, they don't do poorly, I'll say that.
Well, yeah, it was a good opening right there. They were able to trade out kind of efficiently initially. And they haven't been able to, or they have not given up any ticks whatsoever on any of these points. We do see some mix up there into the middle. That is going to go into the favor of Indiana, though, as they will be able to clear it out. But Natural Talent able to clean out that B side of the map. We do see them getting onto A. So how fast can they actually burn this? They will be able to get that initial tick into the point. Where are these next waves of kills coming in? Hades, I believe, is going to be the last one alive. His teammates go down, and that's going to be clearing it out once again. But off of spawn, I like this, immediately transitioning over to Bravo. So they could get some nice time coming into the harder point.
I hear you. A single tick, that's all they've gotten so far. 30 seconds, BWD trying to get something going, not going to happen, even with the Diamante pulled on out. 30 seconds though, so realistically, Indiana Syndicate down 10 lives, but they only have like 2 more pushes this really, and they have to take A or B entirely to get some time back. Slipping away.
Well, yeah, it is slipping away. 16 seconds left. We are able to see that clock being stopped for the time being. Katz is going to be able to jump on in, pick up one there into the middle. They collapse on into him, and that's going to be clearing off B. Time is going to be going down again, but we do see a last-second touch onto A. So this is it right here. We have a nice wave of kills actually going into B.
Wait, they're
so
leaving
they cleared
BWD.
out Bravo, got him back onto it. A has a second tick in it. This is definitely doable to extend this timeout.
Wow, okay.
Yeah. We are going to be seeing plenty of lives, I think, here for another wave. 7 lives still remain. It's going to be tough, but it is doable.
Yeah, definitely doable, and this is kind of like a cinch situation. Natural Talent could have just kind of shut this down, but as it is, lease on life, that's what's been purchased for Indiana Syndicate. It'll require, huge efforts, like triple up from these players so far, but I'd rather have that possible than not be a possibility whatsoever. WD on the outside. These players are playing very, very slowly. That makes sense because now they're down to their official last lives.
Yes, we are. No respawns are going to be remaining, but 2 on the board right now here for Indiana Syndicate. Where are they going to be able to make this push coming on in? He is going to be getting pushed out of kitchen, unfortunately. Now down to 2. And I want to believe that this is going to be possible, but I won basically versus 11, and Trulosity is not going to be able to make that happen. Unfortunately, Indiana Syndicate go down once again, 0-3. But I mean, against a team like Natural Talent, that is nothing to scoff at. They are the number one team in this division for a reason.
Yeah, exactly. They've dropped one actual map. The only map they have dropped was on that control at some point. So some interesting kind of stat lines, bylines, narratives coming into this third map of our best of 5, but ultimately all for naught, not really going to have much of a difference there. Indiana Syndicate now going to be dropping down to what, 1-3 and 3-9 on the win-loss ratio and the map wins to map loss ratio. Still middle of the pack though, and again, that's kind of what's going to happen when you play against this squad. They have played against Natural Talent before as well, I believe, and going up against Living Nightmare in this Division B is not going to do them any favors as well. By them, I mean Indiana Syndicate.
Yeah, and you know, this kind of sets it up for some really exciting games later on. You know, we have Living Nightmare and Valiant Gaming that's going to, you know, both of them were looking really, really good so far. So that's going to be some really exciting matches going on for Natural Talent later on in the season. But we do have another match that is going to be coming on up tonight. It is going to be Valiant Gaming versus God Gaming. And man, woo! All right, God Gaming. You definitely need to put your try-hard pants on tonight. And,
that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, after that roster switch, man, they are just, wow. They are on another level. So it's going to be crazy.
I'm with it. Yeah, there's been some roster changes. I believe Hyped as well came in with a new lineup there and gave Living Nightmare a run for their money earlier. That was yesterday, of course, as well. 2 map 5s to start out week number 4 here for the K7 League. I believe that's going to be about it, though, here, Brett. We have another game starting in about an hour, but of course, I do want to give a shout out to our partners before we go ahead and get on out of here. Shout out to our partners. That's Innovated Gear, Rogue Energy, DropShotStats, GitGudHosts, as well as Gamers Resort. Gamers Resort coming through and working with gamers with mental health issues and actively making the world a better place every single day. I'm FBI Tugboat. That's Brett. You can find him on Twitter at Brett2TsFX. No spaces, no underscores, or nothing. My man's a man of simplicity. Now, Brett, who are you casting with at 10 p.m.?
I am not casting at 10 p.m. That is, I know Trevor is going to be there, and I think it's going to be J-Fly as well. That is going to be casting. So definitely tune in for that, guys. It is going to be hyped. I especially J-Fly, man. I love him. I love listening to him cast. He gets into it. So definitely tune in for that one, guys. And make sure you do hit that subscribe button down below. Hit the likes as well. So get this out there to as many people as possible. We absolutely appreciate you tuning in. But I think that's going to be it for us here tonight, Tugboat.
Yes, sir. Brett, I appreciate you doing it with me. Shout out to our producer again. That's been Hero, Sparky helping out, as well as Hyper. Shout out to everybody who do make these possible. 1 hour from right now, that's when the countdown will start. There for that God Gaming and Valkyrie squad. We'll be starting 1 hour again, same time, or at that time, same place here. Wait, Valiant. Sorry, not Valkyrie. Valiant. They both begin with V's again. I have the thing for alliteration, Brett. Anyway, let's get out of here. Appreciate you guys watching. We'll see you at 10 p.m. Forcing us to smile.
times we had. I see it now, I see it now. I'm more good than I am bad. I work it out, I work it out. And I'll be somewhere that you need me, and I'll be holding my breath, waiting for you to show. Afraid to say real love. Now I see you and I'll make it through to find the life that we once had. I see it now, I feel it now. Real love, now I see you, yeah, you know I do, to make it through the times we had. I see it now, I see it now. Real love, now I break through to show to you that I'm more good than I am bad. I work it out.